Number 3 in this series, when business is hard, it means it is worth it. How are you guys doing today? Is it worth it?
Yes.
Definitely worth it.
All right.
Are you asking us if business is hard right now?
or is it worth it? Both.
Is it
both,
worth it
both.
all the time? Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, when we're struggling with something, it is a sign that we are stretching ourselves. It is a sign that we are taking on things that we've never done before. I always think that even in my fitness journey, I just hit 100 miles for the year, and I would have never expected that I would be a runner. I hate running. And for the first 2 months, my knees, everything was painful, and it was hard until it becomes like, whoa, it's starting to feel good. It's starting to be worth it. And then, finally hitting that milestone, I was like, well, all those painful times is finally paying off, and it's worth it. So in business, I think that's kind of like what it is. What do you guys think?
Anna?
I really like the phrasing of this, or like the pairing of those two things. When business is hard, it means it's worth it, because I think when business is hard, that is when we ask ourselves that question the most, right? Like, is it worth it? Do I keep going?
Like, why am I keep doing this?
Yeah. Do I pull the ripcord? Like, what if it's like this 6 months from now, or whatever? Like, we're like in that kind of like, I don't know, just like stressed or wondering or uncertain, right, moment of like, is it worth it? And I really like the idea that if it's hard, then you already know the answer. That means that it is, but I mean, that's tough a little bit, right? Because sometimes you do have to like step away, or you have to reorganize things or whatever. Like, it's not like just keep going no matter what. Sometimes like life happens and you can't keep going the way you wanted to or something. But I do think that those moments of asking that question is when we need certainty. And I think for us, if we're asking that question about our business, like we're all, 7 years in plus, and we've come this far. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Like, you've made it through 100% of your worst moments. Like, your track record is amazing because you've already made it through 100% of your worst days. And I think that for all of us, like, at least not being completely new, not being on the fence about whether we want to do this at all. Like, we're in it, we're doing it, So, yeah, we can just know already. We don't have to ask if it's worth it. We know it is.
When business is hard, it means it is worth it. And for me, I was like, when is business not hard? When you're doing it full time.
Yeah.
When you're doing it full time, and this is what you do for a living, and you see sales are slow, we don't want to hear, no one's buying my stuff, what do I do? But then again, I only listed 2 items this week.
Oh.
Then I'll only list when I want to. I'm a little tired. This is difficult. This is not easy at all. So, of course, it's definitely going to be worth it. And you're going to see the results if you're putting in the actual work. Same thing goes, reselling and actually like fitness, journey, health go hand in hand, really. Like, you can't see results if you're not going to be eating right, or you're not going to be working out. You're not going to see results in business on eBay, especially if you're not listing and you're not sourcing right, and you have a death pile that's there and it's been there for I don't know how long. You're not going to see the results. So it's kind of hard to, to say that business isn't hard at all, because I think it is, and it always will be, because things always change.
Well, and especially if you're always pushing yourself, like, or you're trying to grow, or you're trying to survive in a difficult time, like any of those things. Like, sometimes you're not pushing, you're just persevering through circumstances that are hard, right? Sometimes you're like, I would love to maintain status quo right now, but even that's hard. So, yeah, I think it's like, that's the time to dig deep and figure out, like, try to have that perspective about the challenges that you have. Like, how can I solve this? Not let me look at all the ways that are not working or that worked before that don't seem to be working. Like, how can I find a way instead of looking at all the ways that don't work?
And
Yep.
in business, you got to pivot quick.
Yeah.
That's the
Yep.
thing, though,
True.
too. It's like you can think about it for a little bit, but you gotta have to have a game plan going on,
You
especially
gotta
when it
make
goes
a
to, like,
call. You gotta
scheduling.
make a call, right? You
Yeah.
can't be like, oh, maybe this is the way. Maybe this is it. Like, the fastest way to figure it out is start testing.
Yeah.
You have to make the changes, apply it, and then decide if it works or not. Because I think a lot of people wants to synthesize everything. That okay, if we go this way, then this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, and then I'm gonna be able to buy my Lamborghini. It's like business is never that. It's never like a straight line.
Yeah.
There's steps to it, and funny part is, Glenn, like, what's your take on this? It takes, when you compare business and fitness, it takes patience.
No,
Ugh.
yeah.
It's not
So
like
much patience.
It's not like, like I ate a salad today, tomorrow I should drop 5 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it's never that way. Like you said, if I list 100 items this week, I should hit my goals next week.
Yeah.
It's not that. I feel like
Yeah.
in business, I think, and in fitness, I think you have to be at least 6 months consistent to see
Yeah.
results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you start in business, it's hard because you're new at it. And then by the time you kind of master the basics, something else changes and you have to adapt again. And so what happens over time is not that you stop having challenges, but you get better at adapting. And that's when it maybe starts to feel a little less hard. At least the overcoming of a problem seems less hard. Like, the problems themselves can still be hard, but you're better at handling them because you have to keep on going. You have to keep on changing.
Well,
Exactly.
there you have it. You heard it. When the business is hard, it means it is worth it. We promise you, it will be worth it. See you tomorrow.
Bye.